So the other day I was thinking back to my middle school memories and, all the great times I had, all the bad times I had, and all the people that I met. And one memory finally came back to mind, and that was from health class in the middle of 7th grade. And I figured this would be a good story to tell you all, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. And let's get into it. Essentially, as I said, the story was in 7th grade in the middle of health class, and in health class we had assigned seats by our teacher, and the teacher, for some stupid reason, had to sit me next to the one most perverted kid in the world. For the purposes of privacy, we're gonna call this kid Batman. Now Batman, I said he was perverted, but I don't think I made it clear. Batman was constantly thinking about porn and sex and all these inappropriate things, and he was always talking about them to us as if we were super interested in that, as if we had the same thoughts as him. Of course none of us did, except for me. I was all jacking it, always thinking about, sex porn, No, I'm just kidding, guys. But yeah, he was always talking about that kind of thing, and we were all a little disturbed by it. We didn't really like hearing about that kind of thing, especially at our young age, but we had to listen to it anyways. So essentially, one day, these two presenters came in who looked like Elsa and Anna from Frozen. And I mean seriously, one of them had like super long blonde hair, and the other had like kind of medium length brownish reddish hair. They just really resembled those characters, and it kind of freaked me out a little bit, just like the complete resemblance between them. But yeah, they came in to talk about cigarettes and how they were bad for your body, how they can cause cancer or some shit like that. And at the end of the presentation, they asked everybody if we had any questions. And sure enough, Batman raises his hand quick as possible, and I knew immediately everything was going to be a huge shit show. As soon as they called on Batman, he sat down, and as soon as his mouth opened, I knew everything was going to go to hell. He said, "What's 69? And everybody just kind of laughed their ass off. We all fell out of our chairs, just completely died. It was hilarious. Except for the presenters. The presenters had like a super worried, like creeped out look on their face. Like, how does this kid know what 69 is? Oh my god, that's not appropriate. And this part I'll never forget. They looked back to the teacher to see what the teacher's reaction was. And she just simply stared back at them as if she expected them to answer the question. And the two presenters were like, do you want us to answer this? Like, they just had that complete unconfident tone in their voice. Like, they knew they weren't supposed to really say the answer because they thought the teacher, didn't want the students to know what that was. But no, the teacher didn't care. She expected them to answer it like it was a completely related topic. And so the presenters awkwardly turned back to us, and they just kind of, in that like way you kind of want the one person to hear it but not everybody else, they said, well, 69 is a sex position. They just kind of described what 69 was in like a really awkward tone, like they were completely disturbed by the whole situation. And Batman's sitting there completely intrigued, probably jacking off to their answer. I don't know what kind of shit that kid does, but it was just completely ridiculous. Like, the presenters had to answer the question because the teacher didn't say not to, and Batman just learned a new thing, about more sex, everything he needs to know because he's not already poisoned by porn anyways. But I thought it was pretty funny that the presenters just had to, say that, because at the end of the day, you want presenters to answer questions related to the topic, not something completely irrelated. I think the best part out of that was that after that question was asked, no other questions were asked. After like a 30-minute presentation, nobody bothered to ask them anything else. It was just completely, what's 69? It was as if nobody was actually paying attention. Well, in reality though, I was paying attention with my 2-year-old brain thinking, oh my god, when is this gonna be over? I want to go to lunch. Fuck school, thug life. But yeah, that was really the only story that I had to tell you guys. I'm gonna come up with more. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.